welcome to MorningFile. I'm your host, Emma McCarty, and today I am joined with Ryan Ferguson from the Art Gallery of Hamilton. So, how are you?
I'm doing okay, thanks. How are you today?
I'm good. So,
Good.
first off, I just kind of wanted to start with how has the Art Gallery been doing? Obviously, we're living in unprecedented times, so how has the Art Gallery been adjusting?
Yeah, it's been an interesting year for us at the Art Gallery, much like every other organization and business, and just everyone in general. Um, the film program, which I oversee, has been. I think the benefit of film is that we can go online quite quickly with our medium. So the AGH has been running online film screenings going all the way back to March 27th, I think, was when we started. And as you can see, I'm working from home right now. I've worked from home all the way since mid-March. And for my purposes, planning a film festival to go entirely online. So for me, it's been a big learning experience, learning how to rethink how we present film, getting over the fact that I can't show movies in a movie theater this year the way that they really are designed to be seen and the way we all prefer to see them. And working with the changes industry wide as well. So it's not just presentation of a film, it's all the business aspects that go into, a film has always had a very set life cycle. So learning industry wide and everyone sort of working together to make events like ours happen. As for the art gallery itself, obviously a lot of what we do traditionally has to happen inside of the walls, the seeing the art and being there. It's really hard to replicate the experience of being in front of a great piece of art. We were fortunate enough to be open as of phase two, and the organization has made really great changes to ensure the safety of guests, and it has been open since mid-July, that is now. And we had actually a really good summer. I think a lot of people were looking for something to do and do in a safe manner. And a lot of people stayed in the city, whereas normally they might go away during the summer. So it's been, as for everyone, an interesting year, but we've managed to adapt quite quickly at the AGH.
Yeah, it's for sure been interesting. So obviously, like much of the entertainment community, the AGH had to adjust and move online, and one of those things was the annual film festival, which you're here to talk about today. So that will be taking place October 16th to the 25th. What can we kind of expect from this event? What things can we see?
So typically how you would run a film festival is you have set screenings. You maybe have a chance to see a movie once over the course of 10 days. This year, going online, we've made sure that all of our films are going to be available for the duration of the festival. So starting on October 16th at 7 p.m., our opening night film will be available. And then at 9 p.m., immediately following our sort of simulated opening night film, the entire 42 features and 29 short films will be available to stream on demand all the way through to October 25th. So that's one thing that's a lot different this year. And it's essentially build your own schedule, watch the films at your leisure. So if you want to watch a film at 5 a.m, that's all up to you this year. And we're happy that we were able to find so many great films that were willing to join us on this journey to present their films in a different way. So like I said, we have 42 feature films. I think they're from, I didn't rehearse this part, I think 17 different countries. One of the big things that we've done in the wake of the Me Too movement, a lot of major film festivals started talking about better representation for films that were made by women. And last year was the first year the AGH Film Festival actually hit gender parity in the directors of our films. And once again this year, 21 of our 42 films were directed by women or women identifying directors. So we're pretty excited about that. It's about 70% of films are made by feature films are still made by men. So it's really exciting to be able to find such great films and be able to present them and have start to be one of the film festivals that starts pushing for that change industry wide.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. And even kind of like you said, maybe it's a bit of a silver lining. I know people are going to miss out on like the ambiance of coming to the movie theater and stuff, but like you said, they have access to the movies on demand. They'll be able to come and see the films whenever they want and really have access to everything.
Sorry, that was my house buzzer. It's pretty loud.
It's okay.
um, the other great thing about being online is that's a lot different is we are available province wide. So if you have a friend in Newmarket or in Ottawa or in Sault Ste. Marie that you might want to have a movie night with,
Yeah.
they don't have to be in the same city as you. You know, you can each watch the film and talk about it. So we're really excited about that opportunity as well because, like I said, we are one of the festivals who's made the push to have gender equity,
Hmm.
but also the diversity of the stories that are being told and the representation is a lot of people don't get to see those types of films that we show at the film festival because they don't have a film festival in their community. Maybe this year the film festival in their community decided to take the year off. So being able to be available province-wide is pretty exciting to show what we already do at the AGH to an audience across the province.
Yeah, that's amazing. You've just made it more accessible to everyone. Do you think that that's something you might continue? Obviously, you probably want to get back into watching films in person and having that experience, but do you think that it's something that the AGH might continue in future years as it does open up so much access?
Yeah, I think so. I hate to speak forward a year because there's so much change still
Yeah,
happening
for sure.
every month. But I see a real long-term permanent home for certain aspects of what we do online. Nothing will ever replace the experience of seeing them in a movie in the big screen in a
Mhm.
room full of people. You know, the laughter that kind of courses through the audience or tears or whatever it may be. Like you just cannot replicate
Yeah.
that. But I do think there are a lot of folks who can't get out to a movie theater, and perhaps online access um, is a good learning process for us to remember that there are those people out there who can't always get out to enjoy the things that we often take for granted in public. So, yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of opportunities to continue to do programs online for the long term.
Mhm. So are you able to speak on any specific films that we'll be seeing, or maybe what ones you're most excited for?
Well, I'm really excited for our opening night feature, Keyboard Fantasies, the Beverly Glenn Copeland story. Beverly Glenn Copeland is just this beam of positivity as a human being. It's a documentary. We don't often open with documentaries, but I just feel in 2020, seeing this positive film about this wonderful person was just the right way to start the festival, to set a tone of positivity in an otherwise pretty dark year for a lot of people. Beverly Glenn Copeland is a musician who now in his 70s is starting to um, gain a following for what is ostensibly the first time in the over 50 years he has been making music.
Oh, wow.
And it's based around someone on the internet finding a cassette tape he released back in 1984 or 85 and the way that's unfolded. So it's nice to have a story like that. And
Mhm.
again, Beverly Glenn Copeland is a magical human being. We were fortunate enough to have him and his band at the Art Gallery of Hamilton a few years ago for a performance. Um, and yeah, so it's just nice to be able to share that type of a story. So I'm really thrilled to be able to open with that film. Um, Other films I'm interested in, one of the things that's happened this year is with a lot of the larger festivals either canceling outright or going online is a lot of the films that would typically be seen, let's say at TIFF, normally they have 300 films. This year they had 50. So
Mm.
there's 250 films that didn't have a home this year. So we do have a lot of films from international directors that would have in previous years almost certainly been part of
Mhm.
TIFF. But so we're really fortunate to be able to present those films here. A film called The Calming, which just premiered at the New York Film Festival. It's a wonderful little film from China. a great Brazilian film called My Name is Baghdad about a teenage female skateboarder that is awesome. I really, really liked it. A film called Labyrinth of Cinema, which is by this sort of avant-garde Japanese film director who's been making films for the last 50 years and passed away back in February. So it's the final film from him. And then we have a lot of the types of films people have come to know from the Art Gallery of Hamilton, a film called The Artist's Wife, which is a really wonderful feature film, lots of documentaries. Gosh, I don't know. I could probably talk for 2 minutes on each one of the 42 features in the program. Coded Bias is an amazing film that is based on research done at MIT about how the basic programming of artificial intelligence and facial recognition software has inherent biases in it, and how that could lead to a lot of complications as we start to adopt that technology more and more. It's a really, really thought-provoking documentary, really important and amazing film. That's just a few. We also have our short film programs. We have a lot of locals represented in our short film programs. We have 4 different programs. Those are all going to be available for free as well, which is the first time we've been able to make our short film programming available for free, which is great because it's a difficult year. We have costs to cover, so obviously most of our films are ticketed, but to be able to offer some of our programming for free is really it's really nice opportunity.
Yeah, no, it sounds like there's a lot of different genres, a lot of different stories, something for everyone, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so then I guess my last question for you is, where can people go to learn more as well as access the festival?
The quickest way to do that is to go to aghfilmfest.com. That takes you right to our online screening portal. So all the basics you need to get started are there. Our a list of films. You can register your tickets now. You can purchase your tickets, purchase passes, and then immediately on October 16th, all the films become available.
That was Ryan Ferguson from the Art Gallery of Hamilton talking about the AGH's annual film festival, which will be entirely online this year. The film festival will run from October 16th to the 25th, and for more information, you can click the link below. As always, for more MorningFile content, you can visit cfmu.ca.